Alright guys, good evening again. Welcome to another late night stream. Well, it's not that late night. I'm relatively early on the move. So, as you see, this is another non-U-boat stream, but I promise that tomorrow night I'm gonna go for U-boat. So the last days I had very much fun with DayZ again. I'm playing on one of the WILDLANDZ server, which is a very special server with a nice set of mods. It's vanilla-like, so nothing fancy. No position on the map, no traders, no PvE or something, but just ordinary good old DayZ. But yeah, with a few pretty nice mods. And I'm playing on the map Derail, which is really great. It's an enormously large map which was handcrafted by a guy just for fun, just in his free time. John McLean, the name is. It might really ring a bell. And I mean, in several ways. And here I am. This is now the third stream that I do with this one live. So in terms of survival, up to now, we are doing pretty okay-ish, I would say. Well, we are still alive. What more could you expect in this game? So we still have one potato. Let's have it first. That's one of the funny things about this game, that you have to peel the potato before eating it. Hey, Fresh Z, good evening. How are you doing? I mean, around here it's evening. At your place, it's not yet, I guess. Yeah, okay, I will. I just don't have a Discord open up, but I will after the stream. Good point, yeah. Oh, well, hey, I think we are already connected. Ah, no, haha, hey, uncle. Hey, uncle, nice to have you in. Sorry, I first thought that was also a message from you, Fresh Z. Yeah, uncle, welcome. Nice to have you in. Okay, Fresh Z, 9 minutes till you're done with work. Yeah, alright. So, how long is your ride from work back home? For me, it's pretty long. It's, yeah, if I'm not getting into the rush hour, I'm going for 50 minutes by car to get to work and back. And yeah, it could be quite a bit longer if I'm unlucky. Okay, I remember where I am. And it is, what is it? It's short past lunchtime. The sun is there, so this is south. And, well, yeah, alright, so I was going on. Now it rings a bell where I am. Let's carry on along the coast. Let's not redo the looting, although meanwhile there must have been plenty of respawning loots, but that feels a bit like cheating. We've looted that one last time. So Fresh Z, I think when you're back home and somewhere later in the evening you're gonna start your own stream, aren't you? So am I going roughly north? No, not at all. Maybe let's check the map and remember where we are. went across that bridge. And then we went north. Ah, okay, so that's where we are right now, somewhere here. Now the question is, would I go further north into this densely populated area, or would I head east and east and east? That would be quite some challenging voyage to go east and then go for Sheep Island. But well, so Fresh Z, what would be your... yeah, probably you're just lurking when you're still at work, so that's perfectly fine. So did I ever go there? This is a racetrack. Hey, shall we go for the racetrack? So we are here. Any hospital? There is a hospital. Let's go there. I would like to loot a hospital. So which means we are continuing eastward. For now. Oh yes, that was my question, Fresh Z. Yeah. Yeah, okay, you don't. Yeah. Yeah, last week and this week I was doing a little bit, yeah, out of the schedule streaming. Like this one here. Usually I only stream on Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, but yeah, last week and also this week I managed to rearrange my work schedule a bit so that I could do some more streaming. Right. Yeah, okay. Any special event or something on Saturday? Yeah, as for me, I decided to only do Daisy on the out of the line streams, which are a bit shorter as well. And tomorrow, when I have my regular streaming slot, I will turn back to U-Boat. Yeah, I don't want to disappoint the U-Boat fans too much. So guys, whoever's watching, rest assured that this doesn't mean that I completely turn back. Well, that I completely turn back to, hey, come on. How is this guy? A zombie in the middle of nowhere. That was pretty weird. Did I get any damages? No, looks like I'm lucky. That's pretty extraordinary. To have them just out of nowhere. That's where I am now. Or is it not marked on the map? Again, sometimes the map is a bit misleading. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. So I don't know, is it worthwhile going down there looting? I think not. I think I just had some daisy paranoia. Thought I saw something moving swiftly there. So, is this already that town? Most probably. The police station and a hospital. Yeah, that's what I'm actually going for. I would like to get some medical supplies. Yeah, zombies abroad. Oh, come on. Let's see if I can hunt that one down. There are two of them. Okay. That was nothing. Now they're gone. Now they're gone, and yeah, no chance, I think. Really no chance of finding that bolt. Luckily I used this self-made one. And not the professional one. Oh, there is the medical side. Yep. There is another, but that's a cow, isn't it? Yeah, that's a cow. I would be pretty curious if I could kill the cow with the headshot from the arquebusier, the crossbow. Oh, fuck. Pretty bad in shape. 1, 2, 3. Really taking hits. It's not good. I think the cows shouldn't be as shy as the deer and the stags. I hope so. Yeah, let's get closer sneakily. We have all the time in the world. zombie. Let's see if we can avoid him for now. There is quite a lot of zombies abroad. Problem is I'm not quite sure how this aiming, how the sights actually work. So please. Stop it now. Right here, cow. Okay. There is a heli coming in. Problem is that I don't have enough inventory space to stow away. He must be coming from somewhere over there. Come on, drop these damaged ones. Shots. Slugs. Come on, let's drop them for now. And see that we get some more meat. Yeah, there is nothing else that I would like to drop. Hey, Hitman Matt. Sorry, I just only now saw your comment. Hope you're not too long in with me ignoring you. Glad to see you. Haven't been a while. Wonderful. So actually now that I'm streaming DayZ again, a little bit more, it looks like there are a few old acquaintances turning up again. That's wonderful. Nice to have you in. How are you doing? Thought I heard something out there. Oh, there is no... There is no fireplace in this building. Amazing. Never occurred to me. Bought these shoes, trail shoes, they're better. So I think I'm gonna trade them for mine. Alright. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I've been doing a lot of U-boat streaming the last months, but yeah, now I felt kind of, yeah, homesick to do a bit of DayZ again. Okay, so you moved. I hope everything went more or less smoothly. Yeah, let's put that in there for now. Some wood for the campfire. Maybe it looks a bit hazardous what I'm doing here. Starting to make a fire close to the police station, but hey. Hey, come on, give me some sticks. There we are. Hey, Rick and Morty, nice to have you in. Good evening again. How are you doing? How was your day? How was your Wednesday? Nice to have you back in again. Ah, come on. So now it's inventory Tetris again. Let's get another long stick. Could I get one more? Yeah, let's get one more long stick. I'm just collecting wood to start a fire. One is enough for now. I can't carry more, I think. Okay, what about the inventory? Do I still have some space to pick up one more piece of coal? Might well be. Yeah. Let's see that we get 2 more chunks of the meat. And some bones. Badly damaged, or badly damaged, so I think I can craft. I think I can craft fishing hooks also from pieces of wood. Let's hope that my guess is right. Yeah, by the way, Rick and Morty, thanks for the follow yesterday. So I'm always a bit curious about you people in the chat, whether you play the game by yourself or if you're just enjoying to watch it, or yeah, if you're an old salt or are just about trying to learn the ropes of the game. Yeah, you can, right? But not on vanilla, right, Hitman? I think it's not a vanilla feature that you can craft it from wood. I think it's only on certain servers, isn't it? So do I have a piece of paper to nourish the fire? No, I haven't. And what about the matches? They are dry, that's good. Not self-explaining, actually I got pretty wet on the last stream. Oh yeah, oh shit, you're so right. I forgot that. I could have saved one rag. Yeah, here, that one, yeah. So let's do some inventory management meanwhile. No. Come on, please let it be far away. Let it not float me here. That sounded pretty close. Maybe I'm too relaxed. Maybe I should run for my life at the moment. Okay, well, don't see any green smoke, but that was definitely a smoke mortar attack. It was not completely close, but it was pretty close. So doing the barbecue one by one in this oven. I'm not hungry actually. Well, I'm a bit hungry. So starting to eat right now wouldn't be a waste of food. That's good. Yeah, Hitman, have you been playing DayZ lately? Getting a bit too warm. Standing that close to the oven. Hey, is that new? That you really still see the steam from that hot stuff? I've never observed that before. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you had to move your rig and set it up again. I hope everything worked all right. Yeah, I don't care for the plus symbol at the moment. This server is pretty warm. Yeah, the cow chunks are pretty large. That's a load of nutrition. They are barbecued faster than I can eat them. I'm not going to be able to carry all of that meat away. Really have to start eating it right now. Oops. Ah. Almost burned it. Yeah, we are pretty well off in terms of nutrition. The apple is completely filled, and probably soon we will reach a stage where eating is just a waste. But let's carry on as long as it looks like it makes sense. Hey, thanks. I love to hear that. Very nice of you to mention. Yeah, and that's actually why I do the gaming for... Ah, shit, no. Again. Almost spoiled it. Yeah, that's why I love DayZ, because, I mean, it could be pretty action-packed, but on the other hand, it's great relaxing. It's just, yeah, sometimes it's just hiking the countryside and being on the walk. Now let's see, what can I get into my inventory? Not all, probably. I hope I didn't eat too much. Let's hope that we don't have to vomit, but I can do it like this and like that. And then we can be going. By the way, I didn't check that room yet, I think. Yeah, I surely didn't. Yeah, this place here, this is where I usually hide away if I do inventory management and want to be left alone. So I always check it. And sometimes you see that other people do it just the same. Now, let's finally get for the police station. Yeah, the smoke coming out of the chimney. And alright. So we have the repeater without ammo. And now we have a pump gun in pretty good shape. So I'm sure I'm gonna drop that one. Let's do it like that. Keep the pump gun, and now we do what you suggested rightly just before. Unpack the ammo. But I don't have space to keep the paper at the moment. There is really nothing that I want to drop at the moment. So let's check what would be priorities. The pistol, secondary would be the pump gun, and then these kind of silent weapons. Yes. Here we are. Yeah, after having loaded one round into the barrel, there is still potential for one more. Something that you sometimes forget. So I think I loaded buckshot, right? Yes, yeah, that's alright. I like to use this weapon as close combat weapon, close quarters weapon. I'm not the sniper guy who shoots other guys into the head from the hiding. So range weapons only have a limited meaning for me. But yeah, this close quarters stuff, when you get assaulted, like here, somebody following you, trying to get you down, get your loot. And then it's good to have a weapon like this one here. Of course, there are even better weapons. If you have a machine, assault rifle and stuff, of course, that is what you would like to have. But, well, I usually avoid military sites. And so I usually don't have military raid equipment. Let's see what we have. We have a bandage, which is in good condition. Now, would I really drop something like a bandage? Come on, I wish I sooner or later would find a whetstone so that I could refurbish the machete. It's a good weapon, but it's badly damaged. It's almost done for. I am thinking. Okay, you see this arrow of the apple, it's going randomly up and down, which means that we are completely full. Eating anything more right now would just be a waste. Ah, come on. I would love to keep. So let's switch it. So I have to leave it behind. The saline bag, yeah, might be useful. Let's see if we find some intravenous kit around here. Hey, on many servers. Ah, nice. Yeah, it's just charcoal tablets. Oh, come on, I have so limited inventory space. What would I do with it? I like to keep the map. Don't want to drop. Hey, come on. Let's drop that one. It's badly damaged. Who knows when we would actually find the means to sharpen it. Probably, yeah, the DayZ law says that you just find what you need to repair something when you just have dropped that to be repaired item far enough away that it's not worthwhile to get back and get it. Oh, that's nice. And yeah, let's also then get this one, which is in better shape. And now we can combine the starter kit, intravenous starter kit, with the saline bag. And having that would have helped us 2 streams ago when we were badly beaten up by a almost invincible zombie. That was pretty weird back then. I ran into a zombie and it was exactly this life here and this map. I ran into a zombie which was so hard to kill. I gave it something like 20 hits on the head. Then I pulled out my pistol, the P1, and fired the complete mag. So that was in total 9 rounds. I fired into the chest, and I think at least also 1 into the head of that zombie, and it still didn't die. No lie, you can see. It was, if you look at my DayZ streams, it was not the last, but the one before. Somewhere in the middle that happened. Never saw something like that before. And tetracycline, very good. So I would say it was pretty worthwhile to get here. And now let's get moving. What would be nice right now would be some fresh water. Shall we check? Shall we check whether this place has a well somewhere? I would expect it to have one. We really need water if we want to go into, into the middle of nowhere. Is this up there? Nice little hill. There is another cow somewhere around mooing all the time. Nothing here. That's where I came from. And there is a zombie somewhere. Yeah, come for me, guy. I'm having the brass knuckles. They're pretty good. They use minimum space and give quite some enhanced power to the hit. Okay, another one. Good that they don't attack me both at one time. See, 2 hits and they are down. There were servers a long time ago where you would be able to search through these dustbins, and then there was some probability that you find something useful, and there was some probability that you contracted some disease. And that was why on these servers I actually never did it. Yeah, these are these buildings where you can't close the doors, which I find quite a pity. The balaclava, I have one. This one has the nicer color, but just don't want to give up that one. Maybe later I will be happy if I still have this bit of Zuin kit left for something more useful or meaningful than just having a balaclava in a better camo color. What's the name of this one? 3 woods, 3 wood. Nothing around. Yeah, I still have the 2 crosses, which is stored heat from having been standing close to the fire. Yeah, again, like I already recognized, pretty rare loot on this server, but I like it when the loot is rare on servers. Rare and bad quality, because this is what you would, the apocalypse, expect to be like. Let's keep an eye open. If we see a well somewhere, I would be surprised if there weren't a well. But that's the problem of the DRM. So could it be that some player locked that guy in here? Or was he just spawning? I think... I usually think that if you find a zombie in a building locked in, usually it was locked in by a player, but in rare cases I think they also they also spawn in there. Okay, let's drop this ammo and keep the buckshots. Yeah, shotgun ammo. There is a zombie. Yeah, but don't you think that sometimes they might, I mean, not spawn, but maybe just like bug inside? I had situations where I was 100% sure that there wasn't any players since ages around, and still I saw zombies. Like here, I don't have the impression that this place was visited by a real human lately. Okay, there he is. Come here, lad. You see me? Yeah, you see me. Ah, he's bugged. I hate that. I really hate that. Because they are completely, well... See, suddenly they start to run. Oh, fuck. Why? Why didn't I hit the guy? 1, 2. That guy was a bit tough. So did I get any damaged stuff? Nah, everything looks still fine, although I got 2 direct hits of that guy. Jacket with even, yeah, very good camo. That's nice. Let's see. This one is worn and mine is also worn, so no question I'm gonna switch to this one. Nice. Pretty much like that. And yeah, come on, let's drop. Oh, can we craft something out of it? Craft rags. Maybe it's not worthwhile. Let's just drop it. Yeah, I'm still hoping that I might run into a well. Did I hear some zombies? Potato. Well, better than nothing. Let's have the potato. Hey, Capitao Cosmos, sorry. I just didn't see your hello. Nice to have you in. Hope you're still there. Sorry, hope I didn't bore you away by ignoring your comment. Very happy to have you in. How are you doing? Okay, yes. So, that's nice. So, does anybody of you have experience here in these parts of, well, I could check the map. Are wells positioned or marked on the in-game map? Do you know that? Do you have this one there? Might this be a well? Yes, see? It's not quite clear here. But this one, 100% sure that this symbol stands for a well. And maybe this one as well. So we might be close to the well, if it is one. Hey, another potato. There it is. That was funny, right? Talking about wells and there they are. So, I am the Daisy magician. That is great. This really gives me the means to go explore far to the hinterlands of Derail. I have some water resources. Yeah, always fingers crossed that there are any surprises approaching while you drink. The stomach is still not full, so let's have another bottle. How much could you have? Probably 1.5 bottles. Before your stomach is full. There it is. So let's fill it again and then let's be on the move. Nope, nothing in there. That was really a piece of luck that we ran into the... I do have the hip packed, so I don't need the belt. It was a piece of luck that we right away ran into that well around here. Pretty amazing. Hey, did I come from here? Did I already check this one? No, I don't think so. Hey, my gut feeling after years of playing DayZ is that you never find anything useful in this room, and you sometimes find a bit something useful in this room. Well, don't know. Yeah, by the way, Hitman, I could warmly recommend that map. I really love it. It's large, it's really a map where you can do wonderful exploration. Of course, it depends a bit. When you for yourself prefer, quick action, combat, player versus player stuff, then this map is maybe not the best because it's so large and the players are, well, they really are distributed, diluted onto the map. Oh, that one is a great gun. But, well, what is a great gun for when you don't have the ammo? Nice thing about that gun is that you don't need... okay, yeah, you're just playing on PlayStation and you can't do the mods there, yeah. Yeah, I don't have any 357 rounds. So the revolver is a great gun because you don't need it. It's semi-auto without a magazine. So, but for us, we can't use it because we don't have the proper ammo for it. So we are gonna leave it behind. Compass. East. Yeah, east is my direction. Let's just briefly look around. Shall I check that building up there? Nah. Let's go. I'm pretty sure that over the last year John McLean has been working on this map here. I haven't been playing that much DayZ lately, but I'm pretty sure that there are more buildings around in many places. And some things have changed a bit. Yeah, personally I pretty much like this approach of all the DayZ developers continuously changing little things, so you always still can run into surprises, and that's what the game is about. Yeah, although usually even just the zombies are enough to give you some surprise now and then, and yeah, not to speak about the other players. So DayZ is really always good for plenty of surprises. Okay, sweater. Yeah, we only have 9 matches left, but yeah, of course that's plenty. Can light 9 fires with it. By the way, could I put something there? No. I dropped the machete. Well, let me briefly check the stats of the stream. I'm now into the stream for 1 hour. And yeah, we already had plenty of guests in the stream. That's beautiful. Nice to have you in, guys. By the way, I'm actually streaming in parallel, not only to Twitch, but also towards YouTube. And I just checked that there are a few guys watching on YouTube. Welcome, guys, to you just as well. It's a pleasure. Yeah, well, sometimes I'm a bit too relaxed, and sometimes this is actually my early death, but here in the hinterland at the moment, I think the probability is pretty low that you run into players, so I'm not making too much a fuss about that. But in principle, you're right, and in principle, I'm actually just too lightheaded at the moment. And yeah, never say never in DayZ, even if there would be just one other player on the map. It would be typically for DayZ, DayZ Murphy's Law, that exactly this one guy on the whole map snipes you in the head. And on the other hand, I often try to get in contact with people, and if you start shooting at them right away, that's a sheep. Although it looks a bit like a monster from here. I often try to get in contact with people and talk to them, and having a drawn weapon in your hand usually is not a good basis for getting into a chat with people. Of course, this doesn't always work out. So when I run into other players, I usually, I either just hide away or try to go straight for them openly and try to have a chat. And yeah, you might not believe it. Many people say that DayZ has a toxic community, but actually it hasn't. Particularly the North American servers, there are plenty of people who are up to being friendly, or at least not hostile. And again and again I had wonderful team-ups, or well, firsthand, just having a nice chat with some guy, and then each one goes his or her way. But I also had many occasions where I had wonderful team-ups playing hours with a guy which I just randomly met. And of course, there were also plenty of opportunities when I started a conversation and I just got shot by the guy. Now we are going east. Now let's take a look at the map again. As long as we have the map, let's use it. So I had been here. So my guess is that I am around here now, right? And I'm gonna go on. Hey! Hey man! That's very nice. Thanks for the raid. So, as well as you other guys, wonderful to have you. Hey Paul! Did you... Paul, did you come in with Man? Hey Man, thanks very much. That's so great. Hey, thank you very much. So, Man, I can ensure you that that was a very good recommendation. Oh, well, I hope I don't promise too much, of course. Everything according to the personal taste, but yeah, let's keep on going. So, you see me here on one of the WILDLANDZ servers, which means, yeah, the WILDLAND servers have some very nice particular mod loadout, which I quite like. It is very vanilla-like, so no position marking on the map, no traders, no PvE only or something like that. And yeah, pretty much like it. And yeah, well, didn't mention it yet. I am playing on DRL. I have two favorite servers, and the one is good old Chernerus. The other actually is DRL, which is a handcrafted map, being handcrafted by one single guy in his free time. That's so amazing, and it's amazingly large map, wonderfully crafted, very atmospheric, with different biomes and everything. Let's stick to our... Well, the trail shoes are damaged as well, so why not then switch to the hiking boots with high insulation and then low insulation. Hey, man, if you die a lot, then you do everything right. I mean, I am now in the third stream with this single life without having died, but it's always a bit of a matter of luck, and I have to admit that this server here is relatively lowly populated. That's actually the drawback of the WILDLANDZ servers. They have a wonderful mod loadout. Yeah, it's really fun to play on them, but they are not very highly frequented. So most of the time I like to be on highly populated servers, but sometimes I really love to go towards one of these here, the WILDLANDZ servers. And yeah, at the moment I don't know how many people there are on the server. I didn't enter through the Daisy, how is it called? Server management. This software where you can do the login management. Okay, guy there, zombie there. So I just can't look up the population of this server at the moment. But I think it's in the 10, I mean something 10 or less. Most probably. What do we have there? Nothing. Okay, there are quite a few zombies abroad, so let's see that we get them one by one and not several at the same time. Shh! Don't call your pal, please. Okay, we got that one. He doesn't have anything on him. Hey man, Project Zomboid is great, yeah. Wow, respect. I mean, Project Zomboid is also pretty hard, isn't it? I have to admit, when I play Project Zomboid, I actually reduce the difficulty level. There are loads of settings, and I actually turn off the respawning of zombies so that I can really clear areas of the map. The winter parka is best insulation, but I won't take it because I probably would start sweating on this map here with having it. Oh wow, double barrel. Is it the double barrel? Yes. So this is now a matter of faith. Some people say the double barrel is the best, and some people say the pump action is the best. Good thing of the double barrel is that you can, it's the fastest succession of rounds that you can give. So you can fire the two barrels in an instant, or even both at the same time. And on the other hand, the pump action gives you something like 6 rounds, but always takes some time to reload. So as for us, let's stick to the pump action for now. Wow, maximum population, yep. Now I do have this iodine tincture, and with that one we could disinfect rags. That's good, fine, but we don't have the inventory space to carry all that stuff with us. So now I'm really thinking what to do with the iodine tincture. Yeah, we do have quite some good survival stuff. We have tetracycline pills, antibiotics, we have charcoal tablets, and we even have a saline bag, which already has the intravenous interface assembled too. So pretty nice stuff, but yeah, I'm at the limit of my carrying capacity right now. So what if I eat some beef? Hey, are the NPCs now alive? So is this mod, did it arrive? So you do have the NPCs now in Project Zomboid. I wasn't sure when it was announced to come. So here we are. Okay, so now you again see that the arrow on the apple is randomly going up and down. That means that we overdid it, that our stomach is full, and that doesn't help us anything anymore. And that eating that was a bit of a waste. Okay, guy. Hey, look at me. Here I am. You really look ridiculous with that hat. 1, 2, 3. What about the jam? Hey, come on. To leave food behind, that's pretty weird in the game, but I'm really in trouble. Maybe I should drop the improvised bolts. I mean, if I need them, I could craft new ones. Yeah, but leaving food behind, I just can't do that. Oh, tape. Ah, come on. Ah, well, nice. I think there is a pig or something outside. So, shit. I thought I could repair the boots with the tape, but I can't. Anything else that needs fixing? Obviously not at the moment. Obviously not, but I don't want to leave the duct tape behind. So come on, let's disinfect the rags. And then drop the disinfectant stuff. I mean, at the moment, I do have plenty of bandages. So let's do it like that. I'm pretty sure I heard a pig somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Some roasted pork, but I do have some roasted beef, so I am alright. Yeah, let's check the map once briefly. Is this the place where I am? Pear plantation? Yeah, I think I just have to carry on. Keep to the bushes. Yeah, some more people in the stream. Welcome, guys. Hope you're fine. We are half through the week. Well, actually, Wednesday evening, we are more than half through the week. Work-wise. So let's check this one. A hoodie, some paper. Is this a hint that a player has been around recently? Or would it spawn like that? I'm not sure. Yeah, alright. Hitman, that was a pleasure to have you back in the stream. So, sleep well and have a good day tomorrow. Would be happy to see you again in the evening. That would be just fun. See you then. Yeah, great. Bye-bye. Wow. Real tree hunter raincoat, but Hey, high insulation, that's amazing. What is this? This is something that I never had before. It has high insulation, water resistant fabric, extended collar, and so on. Of course, that's great camo, isn't it? So why not trade it for this one? Okay, because it has less carrying capacity. But look how cool that is. I still don't have this military look, but very nice camo. I need to keep that one. The condition is all right. Screwdriver. Come on, let's drop the screwdriver. Screw it. Here we go. And now we have 2 more inventory slots for later loot. Okay, now by the way, let's check the map. I really want to know where I am, because I want to purposely go for that other hospital. Did I go down there? Oh, I don't think so. Don't think so. So I'm a bit lost actually. I always have trouble handling that map. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And it takes ages until you regain your blood level. I had this 2 streams ago with this live here. No, I'm relatively sure that eating doesn't help. Only thing I think that he helps is if you have a saline bag. But even just drinking, I think, doesn't help with blood recovery, speeding it up. Yeah, what I say is never 100% sure, but that's my experience, my guess. Yeah, maybe they do, but well, this is actually kind of a blood pack. The saline. Well, actually, this is a saline bag, but there are actually also blood bags. Yeah, that's right. They do. They definitely do exist. They even exist on vanilla. Okay, zombie outside. I never like to fight zombies indoor. Hey guy, come on. Yeah, see, he just doesn't recognize me due to the rain. The rain really camouflages just anything. Wow. Hey, here I am. Come. 1, 2. And what do we have there? Is it a sheep? No, it's just a sack of rice or something. A sack of something. Yes, that's right. That's right. You need to have the correct blood group. How do you call it in English? Yeah, the correct type of blood. So they really simulated how it is in real life. I never know which blood goes with which other blood, but that's what they actually have in the game. So you can, as long as you're healthy, you can get your own blood into an empty blood bag so that you have it later. And yeah, then you have it in the blood bag, and then you need a intravenous kit. And with that, yeah, combine the intravenous kit with your blood bag. And then you have something, yeah, ready to get the blood into you and help you when you're in trouble. Lots of potatoes. Is this? Yeah, that might be the hospital up there. An apple a day, you know? The blood, yeah, exactly. There are the blood test kits that help. I don't remember if I ever did it. What I did use is the saline bag. That I used quite a few times, but I think I never actually used a blood bag. Well, waiting helps. It just doesn't speed it up. More potatoes. So this is really potato county here. Yeah, come on, let's add the potato for now. Although I'm still almost maxed out in terms of food, so it might be a bit of a waste to eat the potato. But I think the potato always also gives me a little bit of hydration, and the hydration is not maxed out. Yes, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I like this. I pretty much like it. I think there were times when, maybe back still in the mod, but also while the game was still in early access, that they kind of increased the loot. And I think it's a good thing to make it very hard to find proper weapons. Because if people don't have proper weapons, they are more inclined to communicate. When you're fully geared with a great assault rifle, you just wouldn't risk to talk to anybody, because you might be stabbed in the back, might get stabbed in the back. But when you are just weak and don't have a decent gun, this kind of increases interaction. I mean, peaceful interaction. By the way, I'll be AFK for just 1 minute. Please don't go away. Be back in 60 seconds. guys, back again. Thanks for the patience. Yeah, Paul, what you said about the various mechs. This is also one thing that I love about the game, that you have this enormous variety of loot. Some loot just doesn't make sense, and you could really question whether, in principle, there is much difference between gun A and gun B. But actually there is some difference. We are wet. Oh, okay. See, the raincoat only got damp, so that's all right. Yes, exactly. These apartment buildings, they're a complete waste of time to check them through. I don't do it. I completely ignore them since a while. Yeah, it's so boring, and I did it for a long time in the hope that I might just be in bad luck, but yeah, never found anything. Sometimes I found tents there, but no use for tents. Yeah, 100% sure. The apartment buildings make no sense. Only the cars in some of these apartment building settlements. You have plenty of cars standing in the parking lots, and they might be worthwhile. Yeah, well, yeah, the cars, they're a good source of loot, often, yeah. So we are back to white in terms of temperature. And yeah, I'm just next to the hospital, am I not? It's up there, yeah. There's really few zombies. I mean, you should never say something like that, because in the moment you say that, you used to run into hordes of zombies, but, well, all the way up here, we just didn't run into a single zombie around the police station, also not around that other hospital. Let's see what we have here. This room often has loads of stuff on other servers. So blood collect. Yeah, okay, so this is the one. With this one you can collect your own blood, but at the moment I wouldn't do it. But just for fun we could use the blood test kit. We were just talking about that. Okay, on that server the blood test kit even gives you a lot of further information. High immunity level, no cholera, no brain disease, no influenza, no salmonella, no wound infection, no heavy metal poisoning, and no chemical poisoning. I don't know what the heavy metal poisoning actually is. I have to admit that I never played Diablo, but yeah, the brass knuckles are, in my opinion, the brass knuckles are the best melee weapons, because they take just minimum inventory space. They are completely hidden, so other players just wouldn't recognize that you have ready to weapon. And yeah, the sickle, I don't know. Of course, it's cutting and fighting another player with melee weapons. It's good if you have a cutting weapon, but yeah, I usually never use the cutting weapons for fighting because yeah, they wear off and yeah, they are pretty valuable for doing other stuff. Hey, yeah, Fallout is a great game. I actually only played Fallout 4. Fallout 4. Yeah, I'm a German. Fallout 4. And I haven't played it for years, and when I got it, I played it only briefly, and just recently I started. Yeah, I was inspired by weight loss games. He was playing that, and yeah, I love the game. I've been spending quite some hours in the last month in Fallout 4. Ah, by the way, I didn't mention it, on the bottom right at the blood drop symbol, we see that we are 0 negative, obviously. Okay, we still have 3 arrows up with the apple, which means that eating was not a waste. The blood collection kit, well, it's intriguing, but we have the slime back and that's fine. What is this? Serum against viper bites. Hey, come on. Do you have vipers in this game? Hey guys, all you guys in the chat, please help me. Are there servers, are there modded servers where you have snakes at, like vipers? I never had that. I never ran into something like a snake that bit me. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I just got it after having performed the blood test. Yep. That's it. Yeah, I remember one nice story. When I was on a business trip to the US, we went to Newark by plane, and from there with car we had something like a 3 or 4 hours drive into Pennsylvania. And there we visited a company which was part of ours. And yeah, we met a very nice colleague there from the US. And in the evening, he went out with us for having dinner. And yeah, we went to a parking lot, and then we started to walk to that kind of place where we wanted to have dinner. And I said, hey, why do we take the long way? We could just walk through that meadow. And then that guy told me I wouldn't recommend that. I asked why, and he said, because of the snakes. And I was pretty shocked, because as a European, I would never have thought about that risk. Of a snake. And I would just lightheadedly have run into that meadow without thinking about snakes. Yes. So should I keep that serum against viper bites? I don't know. Hey. But, I mean, if there is a serum, there must be also vipers in the game. I don't know. That would now it would be nice if Fresh Z would still be in the game, because he knows a lot about this server. Fresh Z, are you still there? If you are, I would be very curious on your comment about the Vipers on that server. We have that serum, and now I don't dare to drop it. But, well, if you carry around all that stuff with you. Guys, what do you think? Should I? Yeah, let's eat a beefsteak. But I think I'm definitely gonna overdo it now. See, yeah, it's a waste of the beefsteak like I do it right now. So the question is what to drop. Shall I drop the knife? I still have the sickle. Hey, but having knives is so important in the wilderness. Oh, come on. I'm so indecisive. Okay, yeah. In real life, bacon. Yeah, enjoy it. Good decision, actually. Very good decision. Come on, let's drop it. And if we actually run into a Viper, we die. That's what the game is about. Dying. By the way, let's check what our plan is now to do, what to do next. Now we were here. There is a well, but well, at the moment I think I don't need it. Shall we get there? I don't know. This area is so eerie. No. Now that we have checked this area here, I think I'm just gonna get back along the coast, westward, and then turn north. Let's see, what could we do? Maybe carry on. No, I don't want to go for the swamp. But maybe I would go for the final destination of this northern town here. Oh, that's new. That you really have a grown-up city or village on one of these islands. Don't play doctor, yeah. So what I also could do is get back and then check this area here. Like go for old field, power plant, go for Sandy Bay maybe. Oh, that's something new. There is new stuff on that island. I'm very curious. I think I'm gonna go for that. And also this is new. That hasn't been on these islands when I last had been playing, or at least when I last had been taking a look at the map. So, new plan. We are here and we are gonna go back where we came from, and then go further west, and then do some swimming to get up there. Of course, it would be nice to find a boat, actually. That's a long stretch to swim, but that's how it is. Yeah, let's go that way here. Quite a long way to go, but all right. So now we do have a plan. It's getting dark. So this is north. Yeah, so that's all right. That's the right direction. Is it already getting dark, or is it just the bad weather? So I'm playing only since something like 2 hours, and when I started the game it was 1 o'clock in game with the time acceleration factor of 2. So after having played 2 hours in real life, it should be 4 hours later in the game, so it should be 5 o'clock. Not that late, no sunset yet. All right, there is something. Let's check that hiker's place. But the atmosphere, I mean, I like it. So in the west, the sun is already deep in the west. 9mm rounds. What if I combine them with the pristine ones? Alright, still pristine. That's good. By the way, I fired one 22 round with my Mark II some time ago, and I didn't reload it. Let's do that right now. So here we are. Oh, hey, there's only 1 round left. So yes, I remember last stream I actually started firing a lot, and yeah, it's badly damaged by now from all the firing. Oh, yes, right, I had a gun jam back then. And we only have 3 of these rounds left, so let's load them. Yeah, the gun will be destroyed sooner or later, but I can't help. I would need a weapon repair kit to prevent that from happening. Yeah, new guys in the stream, I just see the number going up, so don't hesitate, you're completely anonymous. No fear if you like to stay anonymous. Don't feel pushed into something, don't feel pushed into being participating, but well, let me at least mention that I pretty much like the interaction of streaming. So if you would like to leave me a comment in the chat, give a hi, or just tell me how you are and how your day was, that would be great. As for me, yeah, I had a nice day. Well, first half of the day was alright, and in the afternoon I had some quality management meeting, which was, well, okay, but that's not my favorite. Yeah, I'm not a quality management aficionado, although I pretty much like the structure to go with some systematic quality management approaches, but yeah. Those quality management guys, they often just overdo it. I get cold again, of course. Onto raincoat. That's good. It's only is damp. It never gets wet. So, walking all the way back. Hey guys! 1 or 2 more people in the stream. That's beautiful. Welcome. Yeah, don't feel observed. I don't. I just see the number going up, which makes me perfectly happy. But as I used to say, I'm always curious what you, watchers of the stream, actually are up to. Are you old salts in this game, or are you just new and want to learn the ropes? Or don't you play by yourself at all? Just like to watch? Oh wow, hunter backpack. Nah, I can't leave that behind. That's a wonderful find, and I think I could repair it with duct tape. So that's a piece of luck. And the duct tape is used up, which is pretty comfortable. So that we have some inventory space left again, even more. I mean, now I think I have to switch the canvas bag towards the backpack. I love the canvas bag, but well, look at this enormous inventory space, and still I think the cross-section, the visual cross-section, is still pretty low for this one. Any more? Yeah, the rounds. Now, yeah, we could only bring up these rounds just as well. I'm freezing. Well, it stopped raining, so I should. Yeah, the crowbar is a nice universal tool. Yeah, that was nice. So now let's do some ringing of our stuff. You can't ring the vest, but I can ring my trousers. Okay, Haley again. It must be coming from somewhere over there. It's getting louder. Yeah, still ahead of me from there. Over there behind that trees. And there it is. There it is. Let's see if we can keep an eye on that one. And maybe we can actually observe where it's going to. Hey, the Haley is so loud, but I somehow had the impression that in the background I heard a wolf howling. Could that be? Ah no, it's just the night bird singing, the nightingale. And here we are, white again in terms of temperature. So I'm gonna get wet feet, but I have wet feet anyway. What about my trousers? They're only damp, so they didn't get even wetter from crossing that ford. Nice evening atmosphere, isn't it? I love that. But I'm not quite sure, has the sun already set or is it just behind these clouds? Hidden behind a curtain of clouds. Yeah. Talking about the night, as for me, I never much like to play at night. So I hope that we still have a bit of daylight left. Come on, let's take the shortcut. But it pretty much looks like it's getting dark. Yeah. There's two things. I hate to watch streams at night. I hate to play at night, DayZ I mean. And so I really don't like to play DayZ and stream it at night. But yeah, let's see. I think we still will have a few, something like half an hour or maybe an hour of daylight. Let's see. On decent service, or say service that I regard as decent, they have some switch. So we have some overday time acceleration like 2 or 3, and then at night time acceleration is severely accelerated. So time passes by much faster than daytime. And I particularly like the service where they do that excessively, so that the night is very short. Like I think day 1 is one of these set of servers where you really have very short nights. About here, this server, I don't know, the WILDLANDZ servers. To be honest, I don't quite remember what it was like. They had short or long nights. I always imagine that I hear zombie voices, but I think it's just the sea. That's what we call DayZ paranoia. There are lots of these little bodies along the shore. Yeah, guys, nice to have you in the stream. Yeah, I really hope that with doing these DayZ streams, the last days, I didn't piss off my old acquaintances and watchers who love U-Boat, and I promise that tomorrow I'm gonna switch back to U-Boat. But I think I'm going to continue to do some now and then Daisy streaming in the future. I really kind of, yeah, remembered how wonderful that game actually is. Now that I've played it 3 nights in succession, it's still great. I still love it. Never gets boring, does it? Alright, sorry, I just briefly checked the figures of the stream. And yeah, quite a few people in the stream. But all people on the Twitch channel. And yeah, at the moment actually not so many people watching via YouTube. Hi guys, again. Number going up. So welcome in the stream. It's a pleasure to have you in. Yeah, we are exploring DRL on a Wildlands server. Hey, hi Fresh Z. It's nice to see that you're still there. I have one expert question. Question towards the expert of the Wildlands service. In the hospital we looted just before, we ran into some what was it? Antidote, snake bite antidote, viper bite antidote. Does that mean that there is a chance that you get bitten by a viper, by a snake, here on that server? You have any information about that? Any reports of snakes biting? Okay, nothing of use around here. Blood collection kit. Oh yeah, there it is. Come on, pick it up. Let's pick it up. As long as we do have the inventory space. Come on, anything around here? No. For a military tent, there is very few stuff, one has to admit. Okay, color dress in pretty unusual colors. Don't need the pen, for sure. Let's check that car. Ah, amazing. I definitely remember this place here, but in the past it never was. Yeah. So there was this building, but there was nothing of this fortification. That's amazing. Now I need to keep my bearing. That's north. I'm going north, but I don't want to go north. Yeah, maybe I'm here. Maybe I am here. Yeah, we have to cross this little creek, I think. Let's see if there is a bridge coming up. Okay, well, I will. But I never ran into any snake. What is this weird thing there? Ah, okay, alright. It's not that weird. I'm not gonna run across these boulders. That would ruin my shoes again. On Arma 2 you actually had snakes. On Arma 3, I mean, you actually had snakes. But they were just graphical features. They would never attack you, bite you. It's really getting dark in the game. Trail shoes worn. Hiking boots damaged. Come on, let's get back to the worn trail shoes. Can I have a bit of jam? It's getting dark, too dark to see. Yeah, well, I would be curious how long the night actually is on that server. By the way, Fresh Sea, do you know? Or could you tell? I'm sure you know. Just not sure if you are looking at the moment or listening. What about the nights on the Wildlands servers? Is it largely accelerated? Like, for example, on the day one servers, I'm pretty sure. Well, I haven't been playing so much in the last months, but in the past, the day one servers had a very highly accelerated night. As soon as sun has set, time was speeding up, and I pretty much liked that concept. Yeah, because I already mentioned I just don't like to play at night. And I just don't like to stream at night. Ah, come on, I have to be AFK just for 1 more minute. Sorry, guys. night, back again, and yeah, it's really night falling. I wouldn't have expected that. After something like, well, actually, now it's 2.5 hours in the game. So with the time acceleration factor of 2, that would make yeah, 5 hours in game, would be 6 o'clock. Assuming that it was correct that I started at something like 1 o'clock. Okay. So shall I take a little swim? Nah, I don't like it. Let's see if we can avoid that. There was a little sound bug which pretty much scared me. Can I cross that river without getting wet? Or do I have to get all the way back to the road? Maybe I have to. Yep. Well, no harm done. A little walk in the hiking simulator. Another roadblock. Is this building charred in the dark? No, it's just a tree standing in front of it. I was thinking about whether it was kind of victim of burning down. Okay. Usually these doors are open. That's interesting. Yeah, these buildings are just the same. They're a bit similar to, not quite, but a bit similar to apartment buildings. But in comparison to apartment buildings, you still have some probability to run into at least a bit of decent loot around here. No, and then I did find some food in these buildings. It's raining again outside. Check the entrance door. It's closed. That's good. Come on. Let me find at least something. Some single useful stuff. Come on, there is nothing. Please, let's not all this searching be in vain. No, still nothing here. Well, okay, so a bit similar to the apartment buildings. Zombies. So in the darkness this is pretty risky. You might suddenly be surrounded by evil Knievels. Let's get up. Oh, come on. No loot, no nothing. But at least I get some good overview up here. Only point is they can't spot me. So maybe could shoot him from here. Maybe not. Just see this single guy. Anyone else? No. Transceiver. Can I put it somewhere? No battery. Come on. Yeah, they are really active. I mean, if you have a handheld transceiver and operate it with battery, you choose the right channel, and just by chance another player also chose that channel, you could actually communicate with him. I never did that. I never managed to do that, but it would work. That's shit. So you guy, do you spot me? No, that's the good thing about rain. They just have very limited range. Usually they spot you via hearing, and in the rain they just can't. What I think to be quite astonishing is that we are still white. That we are still white in terms of temperature. But okay, now we seem to be completely soaked and our body temperature is going down quickly. Going down fast. Would I check one more building? No, I would. There's nothing. It's just a hoodie. Let's take a little rest here. Yeah, we could do a little bit of wringing our gear, although that's pretty pointless because we're going to continue in the rain any minute. Yeah, this backpack, the hunting backpack, is really one of my favorites, so we were so lucky to find it, and having the Zoom kit to actually fix it. Okay, let's carry on. The road goes ever on and on, down from the door where it began. I follow it with eager feet. Well, now I forgot the text. Anybody remembers that one? Hey, there is military. Shall I? Hey, come on. It's time to go to bed anyway, so if I die, fuck it. There is a zombie. So I'm not too bad in spotting, am I? Okay. My headshot. Yeah, nice to have one, but don't have the space, have I? Well, for now I could pick it up. Yeah, keeping both eyes open. Freezing. Wonder if the zombies could actually hear my shivering. Hey, come on, guys, I'm wet anyway. So if zombies were approaching, I need some. What's this? There is a zombie pretty far up there. And I guess there are more. But In case of overwhelming odds, I might just retreat up to here. Yeah, let's do it in the sneaky way. And see if we get some nice stuff here in the military base. Some rounds, okay. But there is something. What is it? A mag? Okay. I don't know. Well, we do have inventories with that large. Let's pick it up for now. Shivering might really give away my position. By the way, the rain has stopped, so from now on I would be pretty easy to be detected by that. So let's not operate the door. There is nothing. Do we have the ephedrine, whatever, how is it? Epinephrine. Yeah, okay. No, come on. Don't need that. Never needed that. Blood collection kit. This one is damaged. This one is worn. So let's at least switch it. What is this? Transceiver again with battery. Turn on. Would I? Ah, come on. Let's drop it. Nothing else. Nothing else. Is this a zombie over there? No. There's nothing but that. Officer's cap. And one more of this which I don't need, and raining again. At the moment I pretty much like the rain because it camouflages my own noises. Now let's check the last tent and then hit the road. Tactical shirt? No. Windproof, water-resistant jacket. I think I prefer the one that I had there. That's good camo. But is there anything else? There is some stuff lying around, is it? No, it is not. So yes, already no much good loot around here. Let's get going. Let's get going. And well, I'm wet anyway. So let's see now after swimming what would be the condition of my rain top. Still only damp, yeah, pretty good. Bearing south, and that's where I want to go actually, south, because this would bring me to the coast. But well, maybe I just keep me west. Let's just go like that. West is perfectly fine. West is perfectly fine. So I have to cross this one again. Do I have to? Just takes a turn here. Yeah, okay. So let's just let's avoid that zombie. Pretty weird to have that zombie standing there in the middle of nowhere. West. That's my bearing. My heading, I mean. Sorry for confusing that. Yeah, I think I have to get to the other side of the little river. So here I am. Freezing and freezing. So let me check something briefly. Yeah, okay. Alright, guys. So, hey, right now I see that we have a few guys also watching on YouTube. Hey, great. That's a pleasure. Me streaming on YouTube is pretty new. I just recently, just last week, I got the ability to do a decent stream. I started streaming, dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube something like 3 weeks ago, but first I just wasn't able to do some decent quality towards YouTube, and by now I think my YouTube stream is quite alright. So glad to have you in. Yeah, what I see is that the YouTube community is not as much inclined to do conversation. So guys, don't hesitate. Always happy. You can make a little stream and make, like me, always a little bit more happy by starting some chat. So just tell me what you think about the game. Tell me what you think about the stream. How your day was. Did you get well through the week up to now? And yeah, of course. So I would be very, very happy and thankful, and it would be much appreciated if you would share a follow with me. But yeah, don't feel pushed. It's just perfectly fine if you just watch. Perfectly fine if you just lurk. But yeah. A follow is always warmly welcomed. Yeah, I do this stuff just for fun. But nevertheless, it's nice to see that people care. That's some enormous... Is this part of the power plant? No, I don't think so. So guys, having said that, I think this is a nice position to call it a day. It's getting late. It's 1:30 around here. Yeah, still can sleep a little bit longer tomorrow, but I have to get up to work. So I'm gonna call it a day for now. And thank you very much for joining the stream. It was much of a pleasure. Paul, Fresh Z. Well, who else was in? There were a few people in the stream. Like, what I remember is that Capital Cosmos, yeah, you were in the stream, and man, if you're still there, I wish you a good night. And Ricky and Morty, if you are still there. It was a pleasure to have you in the stream. So guys, see you maybe or hopefully tomorrow.